Hello Libras, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Libra, I pulled out 2 cards to get started. One from the Starseed Oracle deck and one from the Return of Spirit Oracle deck. And I'm looking at someone here, your energy, whoever this is going to resonate with. I'm looking at someone here who, you have a very strong connection to sort of the heavens here. Some people might kind of describe you as a bit of an earth angel. Whether you're masculine or feminine, okay, like a very angelic sort of person here. You, because of this energy, there's probably a tendency for a lot of people to want to connect with you on a more personal level than maybe you would feel comfortable with. So I'm sort of seeing someone like sitting on the bus and, someone might just start kind of talking to you, and they may just start sort of like telling you their whole life story out of nowhere. This person may get off at the stop that you get off, unknowing to you that that wasn't even the stop that they meant to get off at. And this person wants to continue conversation with you. This person wants to keep connecting with you. That's just one example of this energy that I'm looking at. And I think it's also really easy for you to end up in relationships with people that tend to be very dependent upon you for the emotional satisfaction and gratification in that relationship. Yeah, like you may even at times end up feeling kind of powerless in relationships because there's literally something here about your energy that people, like it's a part of divine. So, like when people, I mean, this energy isn't unexpected, like, reading for the collective, especially Libra, in, in what I'm doing here, because I am going to pull in people who are sort of connected in a very spiritual way to forces outside of just, like mankind, etc. The thing is, like, a lot of people, like outside of, I want to say for the most part, this tight group of people that are sort of like exploring their spirituality, have a deeper sense of themselves and look at life beyond just the 3D. Outside of that small group of us, there's, most people are not tapped in very well to God. There's a lot of people that go to church and they're not even close to God. They're probably, a lot of them are a lot closer to hell than they are to heaven. Like, same. But, so when people who are not tapped into divine experience someone who is, it can be kind of breathtaking. It can also feel very overwhelming, but it can also feel like a bit of a high. And it could be something that people have not experienced before. So when they do experience it with you, they don't want to let it go. And that's where you can kind of feel like you don't have a lot of control in some of the relationships that you find yourself in. Okay, so these are the 2 cards that have come out here. So you have the, you got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency and boundaries, and divinity. And that you got the love, the codependency, boundaries is exactly like what I described. And then to get the divinity card with it, it's almost like a cherry on top to say, oh yeah, look, you really do have like a very divine energy. I mean, you're Venus too, so maybe like that has something to do with it. Some of you may not be a Libra sun, but you could have maybe your Venus is in Libra or something like that. And people just feel, they feel safe with you. B, the divine is source. So they suddenly might feel energetic. And if you are not prepared to guard your energy, or you've learned the hard way, like a lot of empaths and people like this that I'm describing have learned, is like people can start taking that energy from you. They can start they can siphon it from you faster than you can receive it from the divine and replenish yourself. This does not just have to be in romantic situations either. Like, this can be friendship situations. These can be work situations. These can be, just like I said, like some sort of very mundane and unexpected situation on a public transportation system somewhere. Your underlying card is mediumship and fairy magic. Like, fuck. Like, this is somebody who is really connected to like ancient energies too. I don't know, like, and maybe fairies, like maybe you really resonate with fairies. I want to say too, like possibly paganism is probably really strong here with this underlying energy as well. Very strong, very, very strong paganism, tapping into the dead, those that have passed before. And right now, as I look at your energy though, you have this. So I don't know if you are specifically finding yourself in a situation or a relationship of some type where you feel like you're the one that doesn't have any power in this situation. You might feel like you're the one giving and not receiving in a relationship here. It might be very important for you to create some type of a boundary here, because somebody could be trying to pull some type of, somebody might be, now they don't necessarily have to be doing this intentionally. It could be happening unintentionally. And there is like such a, it's nice. It reminds me of like, I was going to say the first time, the only time. I had an outer body experience. I've mentioned it quite a few times over the years on my channel. And it was the only time I felt myself being pulled somewhere, where usually I just kind of like, I would have a thought and I would be there. And in this situation, I realized I was like floating up, and I thought, I'm not doing this. And then I kind of stopped. It was almost like I questioned it do I want to be doing this? So then it stopped. And I said, no. Well, where's this going? So then I kept going, and I went up, 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 up. And it was, people over the years have described it as likely being Archangel Michael. I don't know who it was. Didn't tell me his name. But it was a massive angelic form that pulled me up. And I asked a simple question in my mind, my consciousness was, why am I here? And the minute I asked that, I was just like, I just felt like this universal love that came everywhere. And the best way I could describe it is like being like a little kid on Christmas Eve. Like, to me, that was like, you're so young, you don't understand the complicated relationships of the adults around you. And you're surrounded by all of the adults and people who love you, and you feel safe and protected. And there's so much to look forward to that evening. And there's so much to look forward to in the morning. And there's already been like these wonderful feelings that you've already had. Like, it was like everything. It was like this, it's already felt so wonderful. It feels wonderful now. It's going to feel wonderful tomorrow. And it's all around me and it protects me. That's the best way. Yeah, here, I finally explained it after all those years, is what it felt like. And I was like, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to go back. And that sounds like, even saying that to me is insane, because I'm a mom and my son is like the most important thing in my life. So like, yeah, I mean, for something to be so powerful like that, it's like, no, I don't want to go back, but I had to go back. Right. And I want to say, so there's something like that maybe about your energy, where you hold that, you harness it. And when people have the opportunity to meet you or to develop a relationship with you in some way here, they don't want to go back. They don't want to go back. They want to get off at your bus stop. They'll miss their bus stop so that they can sit in that energy a little bit longer. So, if I say that from like my perspective and how I experienced, like, I would say, like, to some degree, meeting an angel, I don't want to go back. I'm going to hang out with you. I'm going to stay here. This is the happiest place I've ever been and will ever be and have ever been and was being. And it's like, no, you got to go. Oh, yeah, that was like a really go back. So, yeah, let's pull out some. Okay, so this is interesting too. You have I showed you the underline for the return of spirit. So you have, for the Starseed Oracle deck, you have called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. It's almost like walk through the portal and come to earth. And then, then you have double mission, light seed worker, and serve the world by being you. How interesting. You got really have an interesting energy that I'm tapping into. Because you came to earth. I feel like, you came to earth because you have this beautiful ability to share, like, heavenly source with others. But there is a double mission there. It's also important, like to some degree, that is like a light worker, a star seed. You are seeding energies that have not been seeded here on Earth before. Some of you may actually resonate with starseed, light worker. Serve the world by being you. And that's almost like just sitting on the bus. But it's important that you have boundaries here, because you're not God. You are here in a human form. So you are susceptible to all good and bad things that human beings can experience. I saw tarot time. Now it is tarot time. And the crow has spoken. You got the love. See, you have it, but it turns into codependencies. Fuck me. You got the Queen of Cups flew out. Jesus. I feel like almost like what I'm about to say is like, it's something that you know, but it's also something that is hard to, I say, it's, you know it, but it's hard to acknowledge it. I kind of want to say that there's a love that you can give that you don't necessarily feel like you get back from the world, or that you can get back from other people. Like people experience something with you that you don't get to experience yourself. The Queen of Cups. Justice. The Page of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles. Well, they're Justice. There's your card. The Page and the Eight. Isn't it interesting? The Page. Page. And then she's sitting in a book. A page. A page in a book. But yet she almost looks like she's learning something through osmosis. She's a smart ass. She's sitting on the book. She's sitting on the book, and through that she is learning. Oh, but look at the wings. The wings. I mean, I want to say some of you could actually work in the education system too. And there's something like about your energy that is very... Okay, if you work in the education system, I'm going to say you would be one of those teachers that kids just want to see. Okay, and if we've opened a school, we know that there's some teachers that we don't want to see. Okay. So that's not a given. That is not a given. You are one of those that, like, they all want to see you. And if you don't show up to work, I guarantee they'll be asking all of your colleagues, where are you, where are you, where are you? Yeah. And then when you come back, like, where were you, where were you, where were you? Well, I had some things I needed to do. But what about us? We didn't see you. You weren't here. It's kind of cute, you know, like, honestly, it is. It's like, and that's the kind of energy that I feel like, I don't know. Those are like some of the best hugs, but. Okay, so divinity, you bring the justice of heavenly love wherever you walk. You also, I'm going to step into this for a second because I feel like there are, see, like, okay, because if we're talking about, we do have this page and she's sort of like magical and she's learning how to form like a physical idea into her hand. And you think about like, the codependency of a child with love. I want to say that because it's, if there's times where you are, okay, so if I want to say a child or those that are vulnerable in some way, those that are vulnerable, those that don't have a voice, I feel like that's part of your mission. And I feel like that's part of a mission here that doesn't necessarily tap you out like adults would. Because children are still so close to divine themselves. You will get returned what you give to them. And those that are like very innocent or marginalized or divinity. The Three of Pentacles. Isn't that interesting? Like maybe some of you work in church groups or some of you do like volunteering. Some of you, I don't know. I'm still kind of getting like that could be a school. The wheel of fortune, the threads that connect us. The King of Pentacles. And the Ace of Wands. That's the way she's looking at him. The way she's looking at him. Is this like seeing something in someone that others see in you? Is it seeing something in someone that others see in you? That's interesting. Because this Wheel of Fortune feels like the tables get turned. It feels as if, like everything that I've described, and then I said that too. I said it's almost like there's, to some degree, there's a bit of a sadness here because there's something that you give to others. And, it, you know, like that idea of, you know, what I felt with that angel. And like when people experience that with you and kind of wishing, I wish I could experience what people feel through me. And I'm not saying that in like implying that you are arrogant in any way, but it's of a strong self-awareness. And it's an important self-awareness, especially with this energy, because if you don't have a self-awareness about this and really understand it for what it is, it can be taken advantage of and really deplete you. And that's probably the point where you start to realize, you know, I have something here and I have to be really particular about how I'm sharing it. Because this is then, I feel like with this Wheel of Fortune, like somehow the tables are turned. And I just like, whether you're masculine or feminine, just put yourself in this place. It's almost like someone here, this feels obsessive. She feels obsessed with looking over there. And there's a lock. There's a lock. Are there any keys here in this reading? I don't see any keys. That's interesting. Why is there a lock? Why is there a lock? The Nine of Cups. Looking for the prince. Looking for the princess. A wish, a dream locked away. Who has the key? The Ten of Wands. Wow, it's almost like somebody whose life goes up in flames. It's someone who carries a heavy burden. What is this burden that they carry? disappointment. Trapped in disappointment. Watching the ship sail away. This is very intriguing. It's almost like someone who, is this something you're experiencing, something you're going to experience? Because it's almost like you meet someone here who has the key to a deep space within you that's been locked away, like a hope, a dream, to find someone like you. And this person, it's funny, like this person doesn't necessarily demand your energy like others would. The Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. I don't know what I've done. Show me this fairy magic. The Four of Wands. It's like you're married to the fairies. So, you're married to the fairies. You are married to the fairies. The fairies lead you. You're like the fairy queen or king. You have a double mission. The Four of Pentacles. Guard your energy. Interesting. The Four of Pentacles. And the Ten of Cups. That's very interesting. Wow. Oh. Happiness. But you're, okay, I don't know, whatever energy exudes through you, like it literally is the divine working right through you. It's working right through you. It is like the ray of hope. You're sort of like the ray of hope, but yet you also have to have boundaries. So I don't know, like you're going to have to, I'm sure you, whatever this is, you become really good at balancing it. The Seven of Cups and the Ace of Swords is at the bottom. It's almost like confused into clarity. Moving from confusion to clarity. I'm going to go do the extended for you, Libra. In the extended, because you have pulled out this beautiful divinity card, I am going to ask, what is the path that God has you on now at this time? What is the path that God has you on now at this time? There are two options in the description below if you would like to follow me to the extended. Thank you so much, Libras. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.